They say when something good is about to happen, you should share it with the world. But there are moments in life where silence is the greatest protector of your blessings. When you are about to take a step as sacred as moving forward into marriage, not everyone deserves to know the details. In fact, the less you speak, the more power you keep. You are moving into a new chapter of your life, and marriage is more than a celebration. It's the merging of two destinies. But before the world claps for you, before the photographs and congratulations, there is a quiet season where your bond is being formed and strengthened. This is the season where you learn to guard what is precious from those who cannot understand it. Not every ear that listens will celebrate you. Some will plant seeds of doubt, envy, or fear. Silence becomes your shield. Your partner's description is not for public opinion. You don't need to parade their qualities or defend why you chose them. What you two share is not up for debate. It is for living and cherishing. The more you talk, the more you invite others to place their fingerprints on something that should remain untouched. It is not secrecy out of shame, it is privacy out of wisdom. You protect what is still growing until it's strong enough to stand in the open. When you are moving to a new place together, you are not just changing addresses, you are shifting your life's atmosphere. And not everyone is ready to handle the change with you. Some will doubt your decisions, others will project their fears onto your path. But you are not living their story, you are living yours. You don't owe them details, timelines, or explanations. All you owe is the commitment to make your union work. Keeping quiet doesn't mean you hide your happiness. It means you channel it into building rather than announcing. You invest your energy into understanding each other, aligning your visions, and preparing for the life you are stepping into. The loudest proof of a good choice is not in the announcement but in the life you build afterward. Let the evidence speak louder than your words. There is a deep power in sacred beginnings. The world celebrates the reveal, but heaven values the preparation. Your silence is not emptiness, it is protection, growth, and focus. When the time comes, the light of your joy will speak for itself, and no one will be able to deny it. So, as you move forward and prepare for marriage, remember this: your life is not a performance, it's a journey. Keep your partner's description in your heart, not on display. Build quietly, love deeply, and when you finally step into that new season, the world will see not just wedding, but a marriage worth celebrating. When you step into a new chapter of life that carries deep meaning, the quiet you choose becomes your greatest shield. Silence is not about hiding your blessings, it is about protecting them from energies that could weaken them before they are ready to stand. Just as a seed must be hidden underground to grow, a relationship in its early stages thrives best away from constant exposure. Sharing too soon can attract unnecessary opinions, gossip, or even subtle discouragement. The stillness you maintain allows you to focus on what matters most: the love and commitment you are building. It keeps the connection sacred, unbothered by noise, and free to grow at its own pace. In this silence, you give your relationship the chance to blossom into something unshakable before unveiling it to the world. The reality is that not every person who listens to your story is a true supporter. Some will hear your good news with hidden envy, while others may unintentionally plant seeds of doubt through careless words. There are people who look for cracks in your happiness, not because they wish you well, but because they want to confirm their own beliefs about love. When you guard your plans, you protect yourself from these subtle but powerful forces. It is wiser to wait until your foundation is solid before inviting anyone to see it. True friends and supporters will celebrate you without questioning your path. And these are the only voices that should be welcomed into your sacred journey. Your partner's value is not for public debate. The world doesn't need to hear every detail about who they are, what they do, or why you chose them. Their worth is shown in the way they treat you, the peace they bring, and the shared vision you hold. When you put their description out for public opinion, you give strangers permission to judge something they have no part in. Protecting the intimacy of your relationship means keeping the details between you two. Let the proof of your choice be in your happiness, not in the stories you tell. The less room you give for others to weigh in, the more space your love has to thrive without interference. Privacy in relationships is not a sign of fear or shame, it is a sign of wisdom. It means you understand the value of keeping certain treasure hidden from the careless hands of the fear. Every sacred thing in life is guarded. We lock away what is precious, not because it is weak, but because it is valuable. A relationship, especially in its early stages, is a treasure that needs this same care. When you choose to keep parts of your love story private, you are building a wall of protection around it. This wall is not to keep love in, but to keep harmful influences out. When you move into a new chapter, especially one as significant as marriage, it requires your full energy and focus. Distractions, unnecessary conversations, and public performance can drain you before the journey even begins. Protecting your peace means refusing to divide your energy between building your future and explaining it to people who may never understand it. You need every ounce of strength to prepare for the changes ahead, and that strength grows in quiet, focused effort. This is not about being secretive, it's about being strategic in protecting your dreams. Announcing every move can invite not just celebration but also doubt, envy, and fear. Some people, even unknowingly, can transfer their own insecurities into your plans, making you second-guess what you know is right. Their words may seem harmless, but they can linger in your mind, slowing your progress. When you keep certain details to yourself, you remove the possibility of outside fear contaminating your confidence. The fewer voices in your head, the more clearly you hear your own. The strongest bonds are built in the quiet, intentional moments that no one else sees. This is where trust is nurtured, where shared dreams take shape, and where real love grows roots. It is not in public displays or announcements that a relationship becomes strong. It is in the private choices to honor, support, and understand each other daily. When you keep this process between you and your partner, it becomes something sacred that no one can easily touch. These moments are the glue that holds the future together. Beginnings are fragile and need protection until they are strong enough to face the open air. Just like a young plant cannot survive harsh winds before its roots are deep, a relationship should not be exposed to too much outside influence too soon. The early stages are when you establish trust, align your visions, and learn each other's hearts. Keeping these moments private ensures they are shaped by love and intention, not by outside pressure. When the time comes to step into the public eye, you do so from a place of strength and unity. You are not here to live anyone else's story, and you are not required to meet anyone else's expectations. The life you are building is uniquely yours, and so are the decisions you make within it. When you stop seeking validation from others, you free yourself to create a relationship that reflects your true values, not theirs. You understand that happiness is not measured by public approval but by personal fulfillment. This freedom is only possible when you keep your focus inward, not outward. The truest proof of a wise choice in love is not in the announcement but in the life that follows. A thriving marriage built on respect and shared purpose will speak louder than any early explanation. The world will eventually see the evidence of your choice through your joy, stability, and growth. You don't need to convince anyone when the results are visible. Let your love be the loudest voice in the room. The most meaningful celebrations happen when preparation is done in private. Public moments may be brief, but the work behind them is what truly matters. A wedding may last a day, but a marriage lasts a lifetime. And the quality of that marriage is determined by what you build before anyone else knows about it. When you invest in your relationship without the weight of public scrutiny, you give it the best chance to flourish. Joy is best revealed not through constant talk, but through the life you live. Let your happiness shine in the way you care for each other, the way you overcome challenges, and the way you grow together. When your life becomes the testimony, no words are needed to prove its worth. People will see the light in your eyes, the peace in your heart, and the strength in your bond. That is the ultimate description of your partner, one that doesn't need to be spoken, only lived.